Naoya Inoue, known to the boxing world as the Monster, is one of the most devastating punchers and complete fighters of his generation. His rise through the professional ranks has been nothing short of spectacular, marked by clinical knockouts, ruthless efficiency, and a calm, humble demeanor outside the ring. His career has taken him from being a 21-year-old prodigy capturing world titles in only his sixth fight to becoming a multi-division champion and one of the pound-for-pound kings of modern boxing. The story of Inoue's career is a journey through violence, precision, adversity, and brilliance, told through some of the most brutal and captivating punches ever seen in the sport. In 2014, Inoue announced himself to the world of professional boxing in extraordinary fashion. In only his sixth professional fight, the then 21-year-old challenged for the WBC light flyweight title against Mexican champion Adrian Hernandez. Hernandez was no minor opponent. He was an established world champion with 4 successful defenses, hailing from a nation that had produced generations of tough, skilled boxers. For Inoue, this was an opportunity not only to prove his talent on a global stage, but also to demonstrate the qualities of slick Japanese boxing to the Western world. From the opening bell, Inoue showed no hesitation. He came out punching hard, throwing precise right hands that cracked against the champion's guard and body. Hernandez, full of pride and determination, refused to back down. He charged forward, eager to test the young challenger's resilience. But Inoue's technique, speed, and composure overwhelmed him. In the 6th round, Inoue landed a cracking right hand that sent Hernandez to the canvas, a brutal statement from the young prodigy. The fight was stopped, and Inoue had not only become a world champion but also entered the prestigious pound-for-pound rankings at number 9. It was the beginning of a career that would redefine expectations for fighters in the lower weight classes. His nickname, the Monster, would be no exaggeration. Inoue, undefeated and still barely in his 20s, quickly rose through the ranks to become a 3-division champion, a feat rarely achieved with such dominance. By the eve of 2016, he had already captured the WBO super flyweight title with a brutal knockout and established himself as a fearsome puncher capable of dismantling opponents with both hands. That year, he successfully defended his title 3 times in spectacular fashion before meeting one of his most daunting opponents, Kohei Kono. Kono was a seasoned veteran who had ruled the super flyweight division for years. Known for his relentless style and granite chin, he was considered the division's boogeyman. In a 16-year career spanning over 40 fights, Kono had never been stopped, a testament to his toughness and endurance. When the two met at the Ariake Coliseum, the fight promised to be a clash of generations, the indestructible veteran against the rising prodigy. From the start, Kono charged forward, determined to test Inoue's resolve. But Inoue's composure never wavered. He lined up hooks, uppercuts, and jabs with surgical precision. By the 3rd round, he began to unleash his full arsenal, turning the fight into a showcase of skill and raw power. Kono, brave as ever, refused to submit. He rallied back, even threatening to hurt Inoue with bursts of offense. For perhaps the first time, Inoue was dragged into deep waters, tested against an opponent who would not simply fold under pressure. But the Monster had another level to his game. In the 6th round, Kono pressed forward recklessly, only to be met by a brutal left hook that sent him crashing to the canvas. Though he rose, the writing was on the wall. Inoue doubled his left hook masterfully and followed up with his feared right hand, forcing the referee to stop the fight. Kono, stopped for the first time in his career, was left broken, while Inoue cemented his reputation as a generational talent. True to his humble nature, Inoue checked on his fallen opponent after celebrating, a display of sportsmanship that underscored his character. By 2018, Inoue had moved up in weight once more and entered the World Boxing Super Series at bantamweight, a tournament featuring some of the division's best fighters. In the quarterfinals, he faced Juan Carlos Peano, a former champion ranked among the top 3 at bantamweight. Many experts considered Peano a legitimate threat to reach the tournament final. But Inoue had other plans. From the opening seconds, Peano looked to establish himself, pressing the action and testing the Japanese star. Then, in a shocking moment, Inoue delivered one of the most devastating knockouts of his career. A flawless 1-2 combination, sharp as lightning and perfectly timed, landed flush on Peano's chin, sending him collapsing in under a minute. The crowd was stunned, and Peano was left motionless, sent to the proverbial shadow realm by Inoue's precise, powerful blows. The knockout was voted Ring Magazine's Knockout of the Year, and it sent a clear message. Inoue was not just another puncher but a once-in-a-generation talent capable of destroying world-class opponents in seconds. In July 2023, at the Ariake Arena, Inoue stepped into one of the most anticipated fights of his career. Having dominated the bantamweight division, he moved up to super bantamweight to face Stephen "Cool Boy" Fulton, the unified champion from Philadelphia. Fulton was undefeated, known for his slick boxing and adaptability, and widely respected as one of the division's best. Many believed that Fulton's style could trouble Inoue, perhaps even expose him. But what transpired was an all-time performance from the monster. From the opening rounds, Fulton refused to back down, attempting to hold center ring and trade with the Japanese phenom. Inoue, however, soon found his rhythm, unleashing punches that forced Fulton to retreat. The champion, once confident, now looked rattled, his offense neutralized by Inoue's speed and precision. By the middle rounds, Fulton was forced onto the back foot, moving and defending as Inoue stalked him like a predator. The difference in power was staggering. In the 8th round, Inoue landed a right hand that made Fulton stumble, and moments later, a perfectly timed follow-up dropped him for the first time in his career. Though Fulton rose, he was badly shaken. Inoue unleashed a ferocious flurry against the ropes, forcing the referee to intervene. Fulton, beaten and humbled, admitted afterward that Inoue's ring IQ had shocked him as much as his power. For Inoue, the victory was another statement. He was now a dominant force in yet another division, his reputation as a pound-for-pound king further solidified. But perhaps the most emotional and dramatic moment of Inoue's career came in May 2024, when he fought Luis Neri at the Tokyo Dome. This was more than a boxing match. It was a grudge fight that carried national significance. Neri, a talented but controversial Mexican fighter, had previously been banned from Japan after testing positive for steroids and missing weight. To Japanese fans, he was a villain, a disgrace to the sport. When the fight was announced, anticipation soared. The Tokyo Dome, packed to capacity, was draped in red and white as fans rallied behind their national hero, eager to see Neri punished. The atmosphere was electric, unlike anything seen before in Japanese boxing. The bout began with Inoue attempting to impose his will, throwing sharp right hands. But in a shocking turn, Neri landed a huge left hook in the first round, sending Inoue to the canvas for the first time in his career. The crowd gasped, silenced by the sight of their hero floored. Yet, this moment of adversity only brought out the monster's true character. Rising with determination, Inoue returned in the second round with ferocity, immediately dropping Neri with a crushing shot of his own. By the third round, Inoue had taken full control, dissecting the Mexican with precision. In the fifth, he cornered Neri and unleashed a brutal series of hooks and uppercuts, dropping him again. Finally, with another devastating combination, he ended the fight, knocking Neri out cold. The crowd erupted, their national hero having not only avenged Japanese boxing but also demonstrated resilience in the face of danger. For Inoue, it was proof that he could endure adversity, rise from the canvas, and still dominate. Across his career, Inoue has showcased an arsenal of destructive tools: the thudding right hand that felled Hernandez, the double left hooks that dismantled Kono, the lightning-fast 1-2 that obliterated Peano, the precision that humbled Fulton, and the resilience that destroyed Neri. He is a fighter who combines raw power with impeccable technique, speed with composure, and brutality with humility. Outside the ring, he remains soft-spoken, respectful, and grounded, a stark contrast to the havoc he unleashes inside it. Fans and analysts alike marvel not only at his knockouts but also at his ability to adjust, to think, and to execute at the highest level of the sport. From a young prodigy who conquered a world champion in his sixth fight to the national icon who filled the Tokyo Dome, Naoya Inoue has crafted a legacy that transcends borders. He has become a symbol of Japanese pride, a destroyer of divisions, and a figure who redefines what it means to be pound-for-pound great. Whether it is his shocking early knockouts, his ability to dismantle champions, or his resilience in the face of adversity, Inoue has given the boxing world countless unforgettable moments. The Monster's journey is not merely a story of victories, but of artistry and violence, a demonstration that boxing, at its most brutal and captivating, is also a form of art.